Hey Eric, I hope you had a great weekend. My weekend was pretty eventful. Oh, before I say, my cat wants to say hey to you. He won't leave me alone today. He's following me everywhere. Anyway, so oops, put on. Anyway, so my weekend, I went out with a bunch of friends and we went to this really cool, like Mexico City style restaurant, and they have all these is it like nach? Is it called Nacho Libre? Like the Mexican wrestlers? Well, anyway, whatever they're called, I don't really know. They have those masks and stuff. It was really cool, just how all their decorations and stuff. And I got like verde enchiladas, and those were amazing. And then what else? Oh, and then Saturday night, like ended up going out with some of my friends because this is my first weekend back in at my house. And so, actually, no, this is my second weekend back, but all my friends were off this weekend. So we all went out, and I ended up not even going to bed till 5:30 on Saturday, or I guess technically it was Sunday morning, and I woke up at 8:30, so that whole day was pretty shitty. Um, yeah, and then on Sunday I couldn't sleep again on Sunday, so for some reason I only got like a couple hours of sleep. I don't know what's wrong. But anyway, today I'm just really exhausted. But I haven't even done my workout yet, but I'm about to go. I've just been trying to catch up with schoolwork today. But I think I'm just not going to do my squats, chest press, and stuff like that today. I think I'm going to scoot that to Wednesday and do some, what's it called? I'm just going to do like my accessory work for, I think it's my second lift day. I'm just going to do that today. I feel well enough to do that stuff. I just don't feel well enough to do those squats and things. But anyway, oh, and then on Friday, I also had my neuroscience test, and I was really over prepared for it. I studied so much last week. I don't even think I replied to you last week to your email. I've just been studying so much. But anyway, I think I did a really good job. I feel like I don't think I got 100, but it felt like I got 100 after the end of the test. So that was awesome. But anyway, let me get to the update. So, um, yeah, I forgot how many weeks you said I've been on the plan now, but anyway, my waist and hip measurements are the same, 25 for my waist and 35 for my hip. I still am taking that creatine. I forgot a couple days last week, but I'm going to be better this week. I did have more sodium than usual. I went to that Mexican restaurant, and also I consumed alcohol this week. I had a few drinks, and my protein is 120, carbs 175, and my fat's 53. My high day is 120 for protein, 235 for carbs, and 53 for fat. My stress levels this last week were pretty high. My sleep was, I would say it was really great this week, and then this weekend, this past weekend, it was bad. So I guess, yeah, it was bad, I would say. And then I also had to take a lot of melatonin this week, which usually I try not to take it just because, I don't know, I don't think my body needs it all the time. But I did. I think it's just because I was really anxious for my test and I was drinking more coffee than usual. Also, I hit all my macros this week, and my hunger levels, I'm pretty hungry. Like today, I was kind of mad because, I planned on my macros out, and my friend was supposed to work out earlier, and she texted me, and she's a police officer, so I understand. She isn't getting off till later, and I'm waiting, and I ate my meal a couple hours ago, and I still need to eat dinner after workout, so I'm starving right now. Um, but anyway, my hunger levels I have been, they've been manageable, but I've been hungry. Um, how well am I supposed to, or I adhered to my training. I got all my training days in. Um, I was extremely motivated to train, and I had a pretty awesome training week. I actually, for um, my chest press, how I told you I was just doing 35 for like one set. Now I'm doing 35 pounds for all of the sets. But it's funny because I notice when I have those 2 days that I do bench or chest press with the dumbbells. And my first day that I do them, like 35 seems so easy. And then that second day, like I guess it's my third lift day, and I do them again, like something about it, like 35 pounds seemed so heavy to me this week. Like I was about to go to 40s for the third workout because I thought that on Monday it was super easy, but I was glad I didn't try the 40s because the 35 seemed heavy and I would have probably broke my nose. Um, How do I feel physically right now? I feel pretty bloated just because I did have some drinks. I did eat out this weekend and I've had pretty shitty sleep schedule this past weekend. But it's okay because I had a lot of fun. I did a lot of catching up with my friends. And yeah. And what's my level of my soreness? I would say is probably around a 5 this week. I did get all my training in and my cardio, and mentally I feel really great. I feel glad to be back on track and everything. And I was also surprised that even though I did take that creatine this week, that my weight didn't go up. It actually went down to around like 120. I think it was like zero point 0.3 there for a couple days in a row. My energy and strength levels during this week have been pretty great. I'm actually nervous to see what they're going to be like today since I did not have really great sleep. Um, what lifts am I struggling with? Um, Not really struggling with any lifts, and I didn't really have any new PRs because this isn't really a personal best, but I did go up to 60 pounds on each side during squat, and I remember telling you the last time I went to Lab Intensive that my squats sucked and I could barely do 45 pounds on each side because I was hurting so much. And I think that, like, by foam rolling and all that stuff, it's been actually really helping. And wearing those shoes because I can tell, like, complete difference. Um, Also, I do have a problem with one of my lifts. Talking about hip thrusters. So I've been doing the glute bridges just because the sometimes the benches aren't available at my gym. So I just use the floor. But anyway, so I can do more weight on the bar. I just have a problem with my wrist. So whenever I go up and do the hip thruster and thrust up, my wrists are pretty straight, but honestly, they feel like they're gonna break or something. Like it hurts so bad. Um, I think that I just have really weak wrist. I don't know if you think that maybe wrist wraps or something will help or something because I could do more weight, but I don't want to like do more weight because it hurts my hands and my wrist. Also, I was gonna ask you about what do you think about they're not wrist wraps, but they go around your dumbbell or your barbell to help you lift the bar and not think too much about the weight in your hands, but more concentrated in your legs. I guess they're like wraps. I don't remember. But anyway, I was going to ask you what you thought about those. I used to have them and I liked them a lot, but I don't want to get dependent on them. But at the same time, like sometimes, like my left hand is a lot weaker than my right hand, and I think it would help me with like sometimes my deadlifts and stuff. I just wanted to know what you thought about that. Um, I didn't really get any extra activity this past week, and I didn't travel, but I definitely woke up different times this past weekend. I did eat out and I did have alcohol, like I told you before. And also, I've been measuring my progress by pictures and how clothes fit and how my friends and family say. And actually, I've gotten two people now that asked me like if I've lost weight or that I look really small in the waist. So, because that's the first time they've seen me in like I guess over a month. So I don't know. I guess this I don't know. Anyway, I look forward to seeing you, Eric, and listening to you. Sorry, I keep on looking at my cat. He's being bad today. Anyway, talk to you later.